Hey guys, I'm here in my studio with Erica.
Hi.
We're posing for the prom. so we, you know, this is one of those things, right? We were playing, right? I was like, Erica, come by. And then she had pulled out her clothes and we're like, this is kind of rock and roll. So we kind of developed this kind of fun shot from it. And while I had a lot of lights set up, it came down to the fact that just two of them worked really well. So I have two Profoto A1s. I got one here and one over here. I think you can see them both there. They're basically ripping back across behind her, you know, giving her a heavy, heavy backlight. But because I'm in a white studio, light's just bouncing around everywhere, and it's giving her a nice kind of flat, even light on the front, which is really flattering and simple. So this is going to give good shape and form, show her body. It's also going to add a little bit of oomph to it. And I put on the lights warming gels because we were messing around and we just thought it looked cool. Like, so at first I was going to throw like color gels, but I thought everybody does color gels these days. This actually, because remember, if I was only using color gels from the back and no frontal light, then all that contaminated light is what's going to light her face. So like if I had like purple and green or whatever, that's what her face would be lit with too, which isn't necessarily what we want. So using warm is safe. So I'm way over there, so you won't be able to see me, but I've got the 85mm lens on my Canon. I'm going to walk over there and set it up, but we're set up at an exposure where none of the ambient light in the space is affecting my shot. So it's all us, and I'm going to shoot a black frame first to show you guys, but yeah, we'll walk over here and we'll do it. So this is a full-length shot. Everybody is always asking me for full-length shots, so this is what you get. Of course, you can't see it, but I have to stand like in the hallway to get full length of this lens out here. But all right, so I have no flash going on. I'm at 5.6, 250, 100 ISO. Take a shot, and basically all the light in the space is eliminated for the most part. Turn my flashes on. I've already metered them out, but they're basically set at full power. And here we go. So because I'm at full power, even though they do beep, I can't hear it that well out here, so I'm just pacing myself and shooting a series of shots. Nice and simple, really nice. Now, of course, we're gonna have lens flare. We're gonna have all kinds of, you know, it's gonna affect the sharpness and stuff, but that's, you know, the shot's not about that. The shot's about style. Yeah, do like, almost like you're taking more of a step with legs. Yeah, there we go, good. Yeah, we can mess around a little bit. And of course, you probably can notice here that I decided to put the lights in the shot. You could do it without doing that, of course, but we thought it'd be fun to show the lights going through that stage. Every once in a while I go through that stage where I show my lights in the shots. So I am just coming in each time, getting a nice shot. We're shooting a series, just subtle movements, really easy. Cool, that looks great. Let me come up. I'm just gonna jump off the tripod and just walk closer. It's the easiest way to do it. And we'll try some closer shots too. So wow, that's really silhouette-y. So you can see what's happening here. I think I was shooting too fast on some of them. And when I was, the lights weren't fully charging up and we're getting much more silhouette-y. Interesting, right? So remember, when this is one of the downsides, right? I'm using Profoto A1s. They are a little bit slow, right? They're not like full-powered studio strobes. So up close we can see that gives that. Now, of course, if you didn't like the color, you could always take them off or just filter it out using your white balance. But you can see how like very gentle this is on the skin because essentially it's a gigantic soft light that's lighting her. It's the whole studio. I don't remember how slow it is. You definitely get spoiled by the big strobes being fast. And I mean, these A1s are pretty fast, but yeah, not as fast as the big strobes. So we want to keep our face, so actually when I'm close to you, keep your face as straight as possible, because although we don't want any light on our nose from this, so that'll be too harsh. There we go. See how it looks. Yeah, exactly. See the difference there, I guess? Well, that's kind of nice. Actually, I feel like too, it's a little bit, I'm going to go actually, I'm going to go to F4 for this, because I want to see if it's bright, how it looks brighter as a closer shot. It's interesting depending on how you're framing up. Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, this is kind of cool. It's like I threw 5 Instagram filters on it. Once again, probably shooting too fast. Oh, it's interesting though. Oh, that was cool. Do that again. Will you bring your arm across? Yeah, just like that. Good. Oh, interesting. The more light, yeah, I'm trying to get more or less of the light. Depending on how much of the light you get in the shot, it really affects your image. Wow, that's so interesting. It's like when it's darker. So, unfortunately, or fortunately, Like we're seeing when the light doesn't recycle all the way. I actually kind of like that. So how can I, like, okay, so let's say you're shooting. I run over here so I'm not talking to nobody. So let's say you're shooting and something like that happens. You're like, oh, I kind of like that better. Well, I know what happened, right? It wasn't fully charged, which means the power was less on the flash. So in order to get that shot repeatedly, I'll just turn my flash power down. So there's my C group. I'm guessing, because we have no way of knowing how charged it was, but I'm gonna go down 2 stops, and we'll take a shot. Yeah, see, now we've got that darker feel. So if you like that, you know, and also we can build from it, right? This is the part where we do something that we didn't plan. This happens every time with Erica. I have another light over here. So let's say I like that, because I do, and I just happen to have a 3-foot Octa. I'll put it on this side because I don't want to block the camera. Because we legit didn't plan this. Yes, those are always the best shots. All right, I'm gonna turn this on. Okay, so this is my A group. I'm gonna go to my controller. It's at 7 right now. Let's see. That should be pretty good. We're just gonna do a test shot because I don't know what to do with a light meter. Oh, actually I can do CTL. I'm gonna turn off my other lights and just use the A group TTL just to see what I get. This is one of the beauties of Profoto. Oh, interesting. A little dark. Do I have exposure compensation on? I bet you I do. Yep, I have my flash exposure compensation set at 3 stops under. That's probably why it was dark. There we go. Okay, so now, because of the way Profoto works, that's going to stay where it is. I'll go back to manual, turn my C lights back on, and let's see what the combination looks like. Remember, too, that this light is cooler. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But warm. It's warm, cool. Well, I'm going to try to get one of the lights in the shot to see how that works for a variation. Oh, that's kind of interesting as well. Let me try this way. Oh, that's also kind of interesting. So here we're not getting any lens flare. I kind of like that, actually. I'm under the softbox, by the way, guys. I'm hiding. We just get that white wall back there, getting a little bit of light on it. And just to make this even more out of what we weren't planning, I'm gonna change my shutter speed. That's how we do it, right? Shutter speed, it'd be better if there's more cameras. But at least you guys can see Erica. I went down to a 30th of a second. I want to see. Yeah, that's getting us the daylight back there. Oh, hell yeah. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, not much of the daylight's hitting her. So we're getting this. I'm actually going to turn off those back lights. Now I'm just using the octagon. Okay, see the difference there. So C, turn those back on. All right, so I'm gonna dial back to 250 because I didn't like that. I think that happened last time too. We tried to experiment in the middle of the thing. Can't experiment all the time, right? Well, it's not terrible, but it's not the best either. All right, so I think I like this the best, where you were kind of up this way, yeah. Aside from the first thing. Try check to make sure it's the same. Yes, it is. Now, obviously, if you didn't like the fact that it goes white back there, although I kind of do, you could just move the black back there behind her and go like this. So I could also move my light too, but it's sometimes, it's one reason why I use these foam cores when I do this kind of stuff, is it's easy just to move the background around, because she already looks good where she is and I already know my camera angle, so I'm not gonna, you move whatever's the easiest thing to move is the way I always look at it. But this way I can go black, behind her, fully, yep, and then we have that warm hair light, which looks cool. So I'm gonna come over here. I don't know if you can see me by this camera. Now I'm shooting from the video camera side. Good. If I like this angle, I do. And yeah, I see a little bit of background back there, but it's so dark, it's not bothering me. So We've got this like messy studio going on, but we don't care. It's cleaner than it normally is, so right? Good like that. Let's see, and then just for the heck of it, we'll finish off with a couple from this way with the white back there, which is going to probably be gray. Yeah, so now we've got gray. All right, I'm going to do this angle for the final one. I don't know if you guys can see it, so I'll just say I'm raising the octagon up because, yeah, you can't see it. I'm raising the octagon up so I get better light on her face. That will change my exposure slightly, yep. So chin up a bit for the octagon. I'm gonna actually walk over here. So for my final changes here, guys, I'm gonna turn off this light because it's giving weird light across her nose. I couldn't turn it off from the controller because it's the same light channel as the one that's behind her. There we go. So now it's dark, right? But the light pattern is good and she has that glow behind her. So now I'm just gonna take my A group and bring it up. A stop and a half. Bring your chin up a little bit. I'm gonna get lower. There we go. And now I've got a nice clean shot here, right? So we're just messing around a little bit. Sometimes it's fun to kind of go off the rails, right? And get something a little bit different, right? Far off the rails. Yeah, so let me just quickly for you guys, so you don't get seasick, but I'm gonna quickly grab the video camera here and I'm just gonna show you guys what we got going on. This is not on a video tripod, so this is probably gonna be painful. So we have the Octa. So this is kind of our final. And then this other light over here was giving her that wraparound light. And then if you really want, just because I like to just go nuts, right? We'll just go just the octagon for the final shot. So essentially we started with just like hair lights lighting the whole thing. Now we're gonna come to just the octagon. And the background behind her is going to be grayish, I guess. Because some light should get back there. I don't think it'll be black. So let's find out. Yeah, it's dark gray. Which is also really nice. The only problem with this is it's so overhead. We definitely need to either work her chin up. Yeah, so work up like towards the light. Yeah, there we go. So that's one solution, or the other solution would be a reflector. See how that took away any of the imperfections under her eyes? And the other way to do it would be a reflector. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. Here's a reflector to show you guys that option. So I like to show a lot of options. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. She's like the reflector holding master. Right. So now here we should be able to come in. I'm going to turn on the modeling light maybe so we can see it a little better. Yeah, it's hitting the reflector a little bit. Right? A little bit. Okay, that's good. And that will help as well. So that's your other option. I mean, I see the light back there, but just to show you guys what the reflector does. So you can see what the reflector did compared to. So again, same light, right? Here we are. Somehow we've done a completely different video here, but you know, the initial light here, you see how that's harsh on her face, and then bringing her chin up was one solution, and then the other solution was a reflector. And all of those make a difference, right? Here you'd have to, you know, I could see you guys in Photoshop, you know, fixing that and then putting light in their eyes. Well, you don't have to, right? Just that piece of cardboard did that for us, right? Let me get it without the thing in the back. Let's see. The easiest way to get the light out of the background is to actually physically move it. Here we go, last one. Good. And then we should get a nice clean shot. Like a little tilt in the reflector. Yeah, I know you're slacking there. Gotta make sure the reflector's actually, I think you would have, no, that's good. Yeah, we can see it, and that's how you get that nice clean look in the eye without having to try to fake it in post, because we don't like faking things in post. We don't like that. We like the real deal. All right, saves time, saves money. I don't know where the camera's in, where all the cinema works. I know that you were in the shot, so I'm hoping I'm in the shot right now. Thanks, guys. Let me know what is this video even about. So let me know what this video was about, right? Tell us. Because we have no idea. We started off and wondered. No, this is the point of this is just kind of to play around, yes. Right? And let your shot evolve. A lot of times, people will start off with like, oh, I have this lighting diagram I'm going to follow, I'm going to try to copy this, and that's fine when you're starting, but letting it kind of just happen can oftentimes create a few extra shots that you might not have had otherwise. So actually, we wouldn't have had the shot that we started with if we hadn't been playing around earlier, right? And then we kind of ended up with a completely different shot at the end by just messing around live. So thanks for watching. I'll put Erica's info in the description, so make sure you follow her on the various socials. The socials. Follow me. Yeah, exactly. When she needs those likes. And ring the bell, and I'll see you next time.